Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode on the Just Create server. My name is Throwlash, and this is episode 6, and today we need a ton of diorite. And as you can see, I have a couple things in my hands right now to make some diorite, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. Don't worry about the giant floating mess that you saw just behind me. I don't even know how to explain it, I gotta be honest. So, diorite, we are going to break up some cobble. We're going to make a little tiny cobblestone generator, and essentially what we're going to do with that is we're going to have it plop itself down right onto a shaft here, and then we're going to have, I think, a pair of crushing wheels here, and I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have enough space for all this, but we'll figure it out. I don't think we're going to have enough power for all this, that's for sure. I don't have enough gearboxes either, my goodness. And then once it comes off of there, it's going to stop here and probably go into a barrel. Now, this barrel is going to need a brass funnel on it that says, hey, don't let in any sand, because right here, we're going to be getting some sand, right? So we go cobblestone, gravel, sand with some other bits, and we'll worry about the other bits later. Let me go find a barrel. Here we go, barrel, brass funnel, and we're gonna set that to soul sand. And we might have to change that out to a brass filter, an attribute filter. And we're gonna say anything that can be haunted, we want to deny. And the reason for that is we're also going to get flint and some clay. And I gotta be honest, I would like to keep both of those, mainly because flint we can trade to villagers, and clay is pretty useful either for bricks or for terracotta. I did make myself another gearbox, but before I go ahead and put that in there, I want to put a belt in all the way to here, and another one there, and our crushing wheels are in, and I think all we got to do left is set the filter here, put an andesite funnel there. Actually, we might need another brass funnel just to say only let out the soul sand, and perfect. This should get us some nether quartz. We got to get nether quartz, excuse me. We got to get a fan right here with a soul campfire that's going to be haunting stuff, and then I got to get another fan back here that's going to be washing the soul sand as it comes through so we can get our nether quartz. Now, obviously, that's not all we need for diorite. We also need cobblestone, and if we want to automate this, we're going to need some mechanical crafters as well. But at this point, I really just want to get a ton of quartz so that way I can manually make diorite. And what do we need diorite for? Well, I am going to make power in a big way, a big way, and you can see the small way behind me right now. That's right, we are getting some huge windmills, and I mean huge. They are going to be double-sided, they're going to be 2 full windmills, and they are going to be kind of all over the place. We're going to have a nice little windmill farm, and each one of them is going to give me over 16,000, right? 16,000 stress units? I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I want, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them dotted around, but we're going to start with 1. I think 16,000 stress units is going to do way better than the whatever the heck we have right now. I mean, anything's going to be better than we have right now. Just, you know, don't tell Beardstone. So let me go ahead and make a couple of fans, and I'll get the rest of this, you know, started, I guess, and yeah, I'll see y'all on the other side. I did it, fantastic. All right, this thing is breaking, and as you can see, we're getting a little bit of pileup of cobblestone, but it doesn't actually stay there for too long. This will go through here in just a second. It's constantly, hang on, give it a second, hang on. All right, now it's just gonna call me a liar. Look at that, there it goes. All right, cool. So it's never gonna despawn, we're not losing any, totally fine. We are obviously gonna get a tiny bit of a backup of flint and clay, but I'm not honestly worried about it. And we already have 26 nether quartz, and it's been less than 2 minutes of this thing running. And yeah, I forgot we're gonna get a little bit of gold out of this as well, so that's absolutely fantastic. Job well done. Now, while that runs in the background, there is something else that I really want to accomplish today, and it's the whole reason that we're going to be making these gigantic windmills, which are around here somewhere. I'm only gonna put, hopefully, put one of them in today, somewhere around here-ish. I'm not entirely sure yet, but that is so we can get power to our next little area. And our next little area is going to be downstairs. And by downstairs, I don't mean down here. Oh, yes, I did decoration off camera. I totally forgot. Ooh, isn't it fancy? It's so fancy. I'm trying not to look behind me because I don't know if Foxy's next video is out yet when this one comes out. And it probably is, but I'm just I don't want to spoil it because it looks awesome. But anyways, we've got a couple of shipping containers. I got one that's kind of off kilter and almost falling over. And then we just have, you know, clutter. We got clutter all over the place. You know me, I love me some clutter. Clutter is the best. More shipping containers. Charles is finally out of the weather. And then over here, I went for some sort of like rainwater collection purification system thingy. Yeah, so this thing is just collecting rain. You know, it's just collecting water for us. So we have fresh water to drink on tap all the time. But yeah, our next area is not going to go down here. It's going to go down here. Oh, it's going to go down here. That's right. I am going to dig out a huge area under here. I don't know exactly how big. Like, this looks like natural cave generation. So if I dug out a little bit of that, that's not a huge deal. But yeah, I want to dig out a nice, huge chunk of this. Just go, 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 go. And then that way, that's the noise it'll make. Oh yeah, I've got villagers down here. I forgot. So that way we have room to do, I'm looking at the thing. We have room to do all of our stuff. So I want to get a tiny little tree farm down here, and I want some more automation, etc., as we get ready for our next area. And our next area is not anything that we have to worry about just right now. There are a few things that I want to accomplish before we move on to our permanent base. And I do have a to-do list here as well, and I think we're going to X-nay on the beacon right now, and we're going to try and dig out some of the basement, and what we're going to do is just take our boring machine down there. Actually, I don't even need to go down there. I can jump out my new balcony. Look at this thing. And looking absolutely gorgeous. I really love the way this thing came out as well. I got to trim some of these vines, which is perfect because I need some of these vines to go over here. But yeah, super happy with how that turned out. Now, after all that conversation, how much did we get? Ooh, we got over a stack already. Heck yeah. I don't even know how much diorite I need. I should probably look that up. But one of the first things that I was thinking I might do is just do a 3x3 on a hose pulley, or not a hose pulley. Is it an elevator pulley? I want to send the thing down. Right? I just want to send it down until I get about, I don't know, here-ish, maybe? And then we can dig out from there, right? It's not a hose pulley. Hose pulley do liquid. I don't want do liquid. I want do stress. I think it's a rope pulley. I think the rope pulley is the one we want. Regardless, I got a couple things to make. I gotta make some drills and a rope pulley, and I'm really pretty sure that's exactly what we need. So I gotta make some drills, and I'm running out of materials, which is not fantastic, but I'll get that done, and I'll get back to you guys once we have something dug out. And boy, oh boy, do we have something dug out. Go ahead and look at this. I kind of oopsied in a couple spots, but that's okay. And you know what? It's not enough. Let's do a whole nother floor. And bada bing, bada boom, there's a whole nother floor. Look at that. I oopsied again, but that's okay. We'll fix it. And I gotta be honest, I'm having a bit of an issue. I'm having an issue already. I'm never happy. I'm having an issue already because these are 10 blocks tall, right? Right, so I had 9, they are 10 blocks tall, and I want to put a floor in, so that sets it to 9. And then a ceiling, well, that sets it to 8. And that's not ideal. And what I would like to happen is I would like to route the power, I think, between the floors, right? So, and we have the same issue on both floors, right? So this is also 10 blocks. So I would like to route the power between the two floors here. And then I'm not really too, worried about this one. So if I put a ceiling up there, that's going to be 9 blocks. And then again, 8 here. And I'm okay with 9. So I got to dig out this floor here. So that way we can put that ceiling there. I got to dig out that there. So it's an empty space. So that way we can route all the power through. Oh, and I put a bell in. Ding. So I gotta dig out all of this as well, and then I gotta dig out one more layer up here. It's just a pain. It's such a pain. And I'm debating, do I also want another floor? I feel like I do, right? I'm right up against the wall here, so I'd have to bring it back to about here-ish, maybe. Get rid of my villager pocket there, but there's a part of me that kind of wants like maybe a smaller floor just for all the storage, right? All the storage. So I'll give that a think, and I think while I'm giving it a think, I think it's time that I think about maybe putting in our think mill. And by think mill, I mean windmill. We've got the schematic in, we've got the gunpowder in. Ah, man, what? Let's do it. Let's just go. Let's go. Ready? 3, 2, gosh, I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. Ooh, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Absolutely incredibly massive. Oh man. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Obviously I gotta turn it on, but when I do, the blades are gonna be spinning opposite of each other, which I think is really cool. And it gets us 16,000 stress units. Hopefully there was enough glue. We can actually go check. There we go. There was absolutely enough glue. Fantastic. So what we gotta do now, I'm just gonna dig under it a little bit here. Didn't put the shafts all the way in. Whoops. But as far as I'm aware, I should just be able to run up here, just barely make it. And I think in here, yes. Okay, so in here, we've got that one. And then over here, we've got this one. And that one's set to counterclockwise. This one's set to clockwise. So we should be good to just bam, bam. Yes. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, that is so incredibly dope. I'm so excited about these. And look at that, 16,000 and change stress units from one of these, which is kind of not fantastic. Like it's a lot of materials for 16,000 stress units, but just picture like, you know, like 7 or 8 of these scattered all over the place. A nice little windmill farm right here, one over there, a couple over here, maybe 1 or 2 back there or something like that. I don't think we'll need 7 or 8, but a decent number of them I think would be really fantastic. And that's how we'll get our stress. For right now, I'm just gonna close up this hole and we'll connect it to our stuff later. Well, I went ahead and just dug out another area for storage as well. So this will eventually be our storage room. And then right underneath us is the gigantic, oh, hey buddy. This is the gigantic room, which we're gonna have to decorate here pretty soon. And honestly, I have a couple ideas, but not too many. An idea that I do have right now, ooh, gotta go to the surface, never mind, is Stam let us borrow a bunch of his drills, right? And I have fit all of these drills, or a lot of them, not all of them, onto our drilling machine, which is super great. And I just had a little thunk. What if we decided to just go into the bottom of the world and drill on as much as we can and see how much stuff we get? I think that's gonna fit us, or do us very nicely. So we already have an area here that we were drilling out. Let's just put this thing right here, huh? And just boom, boom, bada, 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 oh, boom, and boom. Get us stuff. Gigantic drill of death and destruction. Oh, gravel. Gravel's gonna be a problem, but look at the size of this thing. Oh my gosh. We're gonna get so many diamonds. I have never seen a tunnel this big. This is incredible. This is so cool. Now, I was way too nervous to go around and collect all of the other ores. Actually, hang on one second. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. We got so many other ores that are in the ceiling and the walls. I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna collect all of these, and I'll show you the spoils once I'm all done. Well, I got the important and the easily accessible things. The rest of it is not, I can't be bothered. But we've got, oh, so many stuff and also, oh, so many things. So all in all from that trip, we've got a ton of cobbled deep slate and about 5 barrels of tough, give or take. And then over here are the real spoils. We got all of this, we got all of this, and we got all of this. Look at that, 2 stacks, over 2 stacks of diamonds, and then another stack plus a little bit of deep slate diamond ore. We are rolling in dough at this point. And I gotta be honest with you, I would not have all this stuff if it were not for Stam. So as a big old thank you to Stam for letting me borrow these things, I'm gonna give him an entire stack of diamonds. I feel like that just is fair. I would not have all of this without him. And I gotta figure out what we're gonna do with all of those gigantic chambers. And I'll just go ahead and put these right in here for Stam. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate me using all those drills. That was so unbelievably helpful. And then I think Stam is over here, I believe. Yeah, this is absolutely Stam space. All right, cool. So there's all those drills back. Thank you so much, Stam, once again. Unbelievably helpful. It is so much better here. Oh my gosh. Spawn is getting insanely laggy. And I'm gonna build so many windmills and make it so much worse. Wait a second. Wait, what? Beardy, you gotta be kidding me, bud. So this is how it goes, huh? This is what we do? I put up a giant windmill, you decide to put your power cable straight through my property. All right, I see how it is, Beard. Well, apparently my sound just decided to stop working in OBS. So in that last clip, we found my elevator was missing, and then we found it was underneath Foxy's mine. So, you know, Foxy's stealing from us again. Look at this guy. And then we dug our elevator out, and we decided to go digging through Foxy's mine up into the bottom of the lake, which you just, you know, poured a little bit of water underneath Foxy's mine, and I'm sure it's fine. But anyways, what I want to do now is clean up this room here. And this is what is going to be our storage at some point. So it doesn't really need to look like all that fancy. It doesn't really need to look all that pretty, to be perfectly honest. But I want to get a floor in, and I want to, you know, just figure out what we're going to do with our storage at this point, right? So our elevator comes down, and we're probably going to be facing this way, but we can get off over here as well as over here. So I feel like this area is going to be where we're going to be doing like small storage. I don't really know what that means yet. And then back here is where we're going to have all of our vaults. By all of our vaults, I mean, I went to Chosen's little mall and I got 2 stacks of vaults, and it's not going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. The storage that we have right now, if I just up here, these frogs are filling up these just too quickly, right? Way too quickly with the wrong stuff. So everybody's told me different ways on how I can fix that, and I would like to implement those fixes. But we need to come up with some sort of floor pattern, a wall pattern, and a ceiling pattern. And this is going to be kind of tricky. And I have an idea, and I think what we're gonna do is a little bit of layered tuff around the outside of the floor, because we're gonna get this really nice like trim on the outside. And the reason I'm not putting anything in here is because the walls start here, right? So I don't want it to butt up against the wall. And I'll probably put torches in here just because it'll make me feel better as a human. Oh, and of course, all this stuff needs to move. There we go. Let me just go ahead and put all this in. Now for the floors, I was thinking a mix of cut diorite, some cut diorite blocks, as well as polished cut diorite. And I gotta be honest with you, I feel like this is gonna be too bright. I really do. This might work well for walls, but I wanna go almost more futuristic-y. So we're gonna give this a shot, and if I hate it, guess what? I'll dig it all up. And we are using the shuffle mod here. So essentially what I'm allowed to do is just kind of right click to my heart's content, and it's going to throw all these blocks all over the floor for us. And after a little mining trip, I had to go dig up some more diorite. This is what we're working with so far, and I think it's okay. I think it's a little too cluttered, but that's all right. I want to get the walls in to see exactly how it's going to work out for us. And for the walls, I honestly am not 100% sure. I'm really not. What I'm thinking that we might do is limestone. I feel like I want to put limestone up and down the walls here, and then do like random archways or random pillars just all over the place. And I don't know what I want to make the pillars out of just yet. But what that's going to do, unfortunately, is take away even more space from us. But if I put the pillars on the tuff here, then we can use this area here for the vaults and all that sort of stuff. So maybe that's not a horrendous idea, right? So now the question is, what do we make the pillars out of? I'm so used to being there like 30 pages of this. I just scrolled really fast. We could do Viridium. That's not a bad option. I don't really have enough Crimsite to do any of that. Ooh, Granite. Oh, we could try Granite. And I do also have some Acerine. I think this is going to be a nice spread of things. We've got regular limestone, a couple of mushroom stems, and then cut limestone for most of it, and then a polished and a cut limestone brick. And we're just going to fill the walls with this, I think, and we'll see how it looks. Guys, I'm not sure about this. To be perfectly honest, I am just trying my best here. And now that I've got these walls in, I have this like just weird feeling that 7 is high enough. Let me just turn the brightness on so you guys can see a little bit better. I feel like that's going to be tall enough. And then on the 8th block, we will start our ceiling. I'll probably do some sort of like a slab and then a full block above the slab, right? So that way it gives it a little bit more depth, but I feel like 7 is going to be tall enough, and it's totally not because I'm running out of blocks. That's definitely not the reason. I just feel like that's going to be fine. Yeah, I think that's going to be totally fine because we're just going to have a couple of rows of these that stick out to, I don't know, like here or here. There, I guess that looks fine, I think. We might have 2 rows. We might have another one over here. We're not going to need that much storage. What am I thinking? But yeah, we're going to just have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 of those sitting over in rows here. We don't need to go all the way up to there. This is totally fine. This is enough space. Yeah, something like that. 2 blocks in the middle, so we have like some wiggle room. I think let's shoot for 5. I don't know if we're gonna need that many. I don't know if we're definitely not gonna have that many vaults. That's for sure, but we'll shoot for 5 and see how far it gets us. Well, with the 2 stacks of vaults that I bought from Chosen, that's as far as we got. Uh-oh. May have severely underestimated the amount of vaults that I have. That's fine. And we might be able to do other stuff with this space as well. Like we could have our storage back here, and maybe we could put a little machine in here, or something like that. I'm not really entirely sure yet. But for now, let's figure out these accents. And like I said, I've got a ton of this stuff here. And I'm thinking maybe we try these pillar blocks. And I got 2 trains of thoughts with these pillar blocks. Ready? We could either do this. We got 1 in the corner, and then we go 5 out. What is it, 5? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Maybe we cut it down to 3. So here's my thought, right? We could double up in the pillars here. And with this much space, honestly, that's not a bad idea. That'll give us 3 bits and then 3 bits and then another double pillar. And we could emulate the same in the back, or we could do something else in the back. Man, I gotta be honest with you, I really like the granite. Like the green is nice. What is this, Viridium? The Viridium is nice. It's just a little much. I do like that granite. The blue kind of blends in a little too much with this here, but it does look well with the diorite as well. That's difficult. That is difficult. I'm going to have to think on that real hard. So maybe we do a think on this and we come back in a little bit and I'll go get some more vaults and I'll figure out what we're going to do on the ceiling. But first, we had a visitor.
Just digging holes in the ground. I'm loving life. Everything's fantastic.
Digging holes is legit the best.
It is.
Legit the best. Here,
I don't think I had a chance to meet yet. I wanted to come say hi.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't part of the welcoming committee. I heard it was a little cramped where you came in.
Yeah, I think I might have lost Foxy's trust initially, and gonna have to earn that back. But yeah, it went as well as it could be expected, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, if you want some hole digging inspiration here, follow me. Welcome to the hole.
Oh, my goodness.
This is my underground laboratory to be soon, TM.
Very nice. Oh, I can't use it then, TM. He said TM. Oh.
Absolutely. Well, welcome.
This is very nice.
Yeah. So this was a lot of our starter stuff. And there's a part of me that wants to just put windows here, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
See the natural underground cavern that's already here. Very beautiful.
Well, my dude, yeah, welcome in. Again, I'm sorry I wasn't part of the welcoming committee, but, I'm glad you're here. And if there's anything I can do to help you get started, just let me know, okay?
Well, there actually might be. And this will give you an idea of how much at the beginning I am. I'm just setting up a little bit of an area for food, and I'm looking for potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Here, come here. Let's go. Surface, and I have these apps. So I'm doing solar punk stuff, right?
Yeah.
Here, by you. Or by all means, after you. And every single one of these little windmill things here, right, is some sort of crop farm. So
Ah.
if there's anything that you need, just, you know, pinch some stuff, leave some stuff for me. So I got beetroots and wheat, and then I think the potatoes are one of those two over there.
Okay, great. I'll have a look. I appreciate that. And then actually, probably not today, but I'm going to be looking for a place to set up a base around here, because right now I'm just over in that direction in a hole in the ground. There lived a hobbit, sort of thing. But I'm going to be moving over here, but I'm a little bit worried because I've heard that that boat over there is going to break through this cliffside, and I don't want to build something and just have it be destroyed by the boat initially right away.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting.
Totally fair. I'm assuming that's what the drills are for on the top of it.
I'm a little, let's see, right now I'm a bit more to the north. Even there's a, what is this over here? There's like a lake or something. It looks like somebody who's been decorating over there. Might be,
Yeah,
like JoJo's area over
no,
here.
this is my lake here next to JoJo that I kind of just forced upon him. But yeah, you're more than welcome. I mean, if you want a little lake house or whatever, yeah, by all means.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It probably will end up being somewhere around here by you guys, so looks like we might be neighbors.
For sure, man. That sounds awesome. And listen,
Cool.
if you need a 16,000 power windmill, let me know. I'm leasing them.
Oh, I may when I come over here, I may end up needing some power. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
I am also going to look at this potato situation and nab a few of those.
Yeah, by all means. Like I said, just leave me a couple, but you take as many as you need. Yeah, chest is totally full. Take as many as you need.
Okay. Yeah, a couple stacks will do. I really appreciate it, though. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime, my dude. And hey, I can't wait to be neighbors. It's going to be great.
100%. Looking forward to it.
Cool. Great to meet you.
All right. Great to meet you. We'll see you in a couple days, probably.
Sounds good, man.
See ya.
New server mates! Oh, that's always fun. Legion V has joined us, which is absolutely fantastic. I never seem to make it to these to these welcoming committees. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, yeah, huge welcome to Legion V. That's absolutely wonderfully fantastic that they're going to be playing along with us. I can't wait to see what they brew up. Usually Legion plays like huge long play videos, and they're absolutely incredible. So make sure you go check out their channel. Link is in the description. Well, not to procrastinate or anything, but JoJo's having a bit of an issue with some piglins at the moment, so I gave him my gear. I gave him, you know, some leggings and a helmet and a couple other things, and you know, just to help him out so we can get his stuff back. But we're gonna make ourselves some better gear. We're gonna make some good gear. What do the kids call it nowadays? We're gonna get good, and to get good, we need flint and bamboo. We also need bamboo. We got flint, we got bamboo, and now we just got to go over to Chosen's absolutely beautiful building here. I think this is like an iron farm or something. I don't really know what this is, but it's got nerds inside of it. What's up, nerds? And these nerds are going to buy all of our stuff. Look at this. They're going to buy the sticks. They're going to buy oh, that was cool. Look at them. Oh, they're so happy about the sticks, too. And that's it. We're out of sticks already. Greedy little devils they are. Well, we didn't get enough emeralds for all the things that we wanted to do, but that's okay. I think I'll turn the flint grabbing back on for my little iron farm that I made upstairs. But what we did get is a decent helmet. It's got protection 3, aqua affinity, unbreaking 3. I would love respiration. And then we got okay pants, right? We got protection 3. I would love prot 4. And then I have 2 mending books. So once we get all the other things, we can go ahead and throw those on there. And we have a super duper slow iron farm, and I've got this iron drain here, so boom boom. Now we'll be catching flint in it as well, and we'll have a ton of flint, so that way we can trade with the villagers again. And actually, while I'm up here, I'll go ahead and harvest this bamboo. And I think I did the bamboo wrong before. Can you just, is there a better way to get bamboo? Or sticks from bamboo, I mean. I know there's a better way to get bamboo. Let's be honest, I should not be harvesting this stinking chain right through my stuff. Goodness gracious, Beardy. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do. I think I have an idea. And that idea is gonna have to, unfortunately, wait until next episode, because I gotta build a little shop. To build a little shop, but we're gonna have to sell something, right? And I think I know what I want to sell. Okay, so it is 9 bamboo. It is 9 bamboo for a block of bamboo, which gives us 2 bamboo planks, which gets us 4 sticks. Or 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, which gets us 4 sticks. Okay, so it's exactly the same. It doesn't matter. And then Egg stopped by asking about limestone farms.
The question is, I wanted to put it somewhere outside, and I don't want to like take up too much space.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, where were you thinking?
Follow me.
Sure. I thought you were gonna like ninja that and land on the bamboo. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That would have been cool.
Right?
That would have been cool. So I was thinking either like up here, like just above the wheat farm,
Uh-huh.
or somewhere back there. But I feel like that would be fine.
Yeah, either one is totally fine with me. I
It's
only
not gonna
put...
be big. So,
Gotcha. Okay, just a couple of bees hanging out.
I mean, it's gonna be like a little. What are they called in English? The glass.
Greenhouse?
That one.
Gotcha.
A little greenhouse with some bees in it, and then a tank
Sure.
with honey.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I only put this path here because I was like, I feel like I'm not connected to anything, so I can absolutely move, right? I can move where that's going, so.
I mean, I like the path, though. I like where it's going. I actually might keep that and put it along the path.
Okay, yeah.
So that you, like, kind of walk past it.
No, I love it, man. Absolutely. I love bees. They're the best.
Okay. I just got poisoned by bees, but I forgot that you need Silk Touch to get these.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I do have, if you need, here, come with me. If you need any, it's...
you have bees of your own?
Yes. So
I was going to steal those off Stam because I added 4 of these
Oh, sure.
earlier, and I was just going to replace them.
Yeah, fair enough. But if you need, I mean, I got honeycomb. There's some bees in there if you want to breed them up, all that sort of stuff.
Stam has more.
Yeah, fair enough.
Steal those Stams.
Cool. Sorry, I'm very sleepy. Okay, I'm better now.
No, you're good. People are starting to build train tracks, and here I am building a limestone farm.
Yep, dude, same. Ooh, you want to see a hole? I know you love a good hole.
I love a good hole. I love digging.
So I decided that this building was way too small, and we want it to be underground anyways, right?
Oh, I think I've seen that hole.
Oh yeah, you might have.
You want to see something funny?
Yes.
You want to see my access to your hole?
Yeah.
That sounds wrong, but
I would love to see your access to my hole.
if you come down here, so this is my basement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I cleaned it up, by the way. It's now looking a lot better.
Oh yeah, last time I was in here was a little rough, but this looks great.
Yeah. I got power, which scammed me once. What? He did not.
Did he swap them out?
Look in the barrel.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I think I just got scammed for about 5 stacks of tokens.
This is a great opportunity. Did you see that gigantic windmill I had up there?
I have, yeah, but
So,
I don't feel like that's gonna give me enough power.
It's
to run
not.
the entire
But if
base.
you ever need backup power, I'm leasing those windmills.
Definitely.
So you can.
This is my access to my mining area.
Oh, that's incredible.
I was like, yeah, sure, hole. No,
Okay, so that
you can-
solidifies.
you can-
Oh, sorry.
no, that's fine.
That
I can use
solidifies
this
it then.
back
Here we do. Ready? So I was going to cover this entire place, like walls and all
Mhm.
that sort of stuff. I'm going to leave these two open.
Oh, dude, no, leave them open.
Right? Absolutely.
I
At
think
least
it's-
windows.
If you're gonna be building like contraptions in here, I love to see them.
Yeah, so this is going to be my underground laboratory. So,
That's fun.
right? Trees.
Maybe
and-
you put in like some glass windows.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Just big old wall of glass. Heck yeah. Oh, I got a trident. Dude, come here. There you go. Boop.
I don't. Sure. Thank you.
You take
Wait,
that.
you have one already.
I do.
right? Okay, then it's good. Then it's good. But like, I'm not gonna take your first trident.
Anyways,
Oh,
my dude.
have fun with your hole.
Thank
and
you.
With the lake. Don't get too wet.
No promises.
And I'll try and fly through that corner hole.
Oh, yeah.
Right up
I'm
there.
going to watch this.
Nope.
Ah, nice. Eggs is such a good dude. So I definitely know I don't have everything I need for this, but I want to set up like a little Boucher's farm, right? Like a little something that is going to just go back and forth and get us a bunch of azalea bushes. Leaves. I want azalea leaves. So I need powered rail for this, so I'm going to have to go get some other rail, but essentially I want to build a machine with y'all right now. And I don't have a crafting bench. This is kind of embarrassing. And I built one of these before in my single player series, and I think I want to do essentially the same exact thing. So I'm going to have a thingy here, which is going to have a saw on it, which means we need our dirt block to be, golly, over here-ish, maybe? And essentially what we need to do is, this is where the azalea is going to be, and this is going to go across here, and before this saw hits where this log is going to be once this grows, I need like a very far forward facing wall of harvesters. And I might even go one... No, that seems too close. So let's go here. And I think 5 tall is going to be enough, and we'll go 5 wide. Man, that should be fine. I'm not entirely sure. I definitely have enough harvesters. I made 32 of the darn things. And honestly, I don't even think we need these ones at the bottom now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. And this thing we might actually move just like maybe a block, maybe 2 blocks over. I think that should be fine. So essentially what I want now is, oh, I need a dispenser. I want an observer clock that's going into a dispenser that's either going to live on this side or on this side. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to have a sticky piston that's going to, you know, grab our observers and turn on the bone meal when we want it to. And just a couple more things. We need a water wheel or something back here with a deployer that's going to put azaleas over here. And actually, we need a few more things, so give me just a minute. I'm gonna craft up a couple more bobs and bips. Okay, after way too much fiddling around, I think I finally have everything that I need for this, and we need a deployer there. Do I have any more azalea in here? I do. So we'll set that to only be able to deploy azalea. We'll throw those in there. I want a smart observer on here, and oh, I forgot oak. I need a piece of oak upstairs. And I want this smart observer, whenever it sees oak, I want it to send a pulse to this powered rail here, and we'll set one there as well. And we can just have regular rail, I think, in the center. That should be enough. Let's do 2. And I think this thing is done, so I could probably glue this entire thing together. That should be that whole thing glued now. Perfect. Whoops, and I just broke that. Oh my gosh. All right, to break the torch, man, that's all. Okay, let's try that again. Now let's break the torch. There we go. I lost my lever. I put it over here. And okay, this should be it, I think. So essentially, observer clock with a dispenser full of bone meal that's going to go into this azalea bush here. And then we have a smart observer that when this thing turns into a tree, it's going to make an oak log. Oak log goes over here to this pulse extender. It's going to extend this pulse for 4 seconds, which should hopefully be enough time for this thing to start. And this thing will grab all the leaves. This will cut the oak tree down, jeepers, the azalea tree down. And then this thing should deploy another azalea bush as it goes back, hopefully. So let's try it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to flick the lever. We immediately get one. All right, 4 seconds looks like it's too long. Let's set it to 2 seconds and see what happens. All right, I'm going to shut that off for just a second. Oh, let me shut this off. And I just want to see what we got. That was, I don't know, 5 seconds. Oh my gosh. That's so many already. Goodness gracious. All right, let's leave this running for, I don't know, 3 minutes. It should do us plenty. All right, let's turn that back on, and bam. Awesome. Progress update. Look at all this scaffolding. This is insane. So I raised the roof. Sorry. I raised the roof up a couple of blocks. I think it goes up like 9-ish or 12, 13. There's a number. It's an integer for sure. But what I want to do now is I want to take a bunch of oak logs and I want to set them on the roof. And I'm not entirely sure like what kind of, I don't know if I want to do a pattern or not, or if I want to just, you know, string them along for the most part, and then some of them go sideways, and then some of those go sideways. I'm not entirely sure just yet what I want to do. So this is going to be long and tedious. And obviously I can't reach. That's good. There we go. And I'm going to fall down a lot. It's almost to the point that I want a builder's jetpack, but I honestly don't want to go through the chore and the pain that it is to grab it. Because it's like a bunch of netherite, and then it sucks. So I'm not entirely sure what I want to do just yet. I have a couple things that branch out like that, and a couple more over here. Obviously, we've got to get in here and put these in. Am I going to be able to? I can reach. And I guess every now and then we can have one that goes like this too. There's a part of me that feels like I'm kind of wasting resources here, and the reason is because I'm going to cover most of this up with leaves. Yeah, I do like that for sure. Now, like I said, we're going to be covering most of this up with leaves, so it kind of feels weird to have this. It's just so expensive. It's such an expensive roof. I just forgot how to speak there for a second. But we got so many bits of oak logs from the azalea trees. I don't think this is going to cover it, though. We've barely gotten a quarter way through, so I'm going to have to do some oak farming. But yeah, I think this is going to look pretty nice. I've got these oak logs, and then I'm also going to mix in a couple of campfires as well, I believe. We got some campfires there that we can throw into the leaves as well, kind of like a lattice sort of work. So I'll keep on keeping on with this, and I'll bring you back once I'm all set.
Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hey.
What's going on, my man?
I seem to remember that you said you would want to do interior for me.
Oh, yeah, for the courthouse, right?
Yeah, you want to come and see where I'm at?
Yeah.
You kind of see what size we're talking about?
Yeah, for sure. Do we thread the needle?
Sure.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Well, eggs is stuck.
You're stuck.
Uh.
You're stuck.
Oh, am I here now? I'm here now. All right.
Hello.
Yeah,
Welcome.
no issues with the server at all today. None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. So this is where I'm at for now.
wow.
So again, for the record,
Mhm.
I seem to don't feel forced to do this, right? But
Okay.
you said you would want to do interior for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look, come in. It's not finished, as you can see, but come on in.
Ooh,
We've got a bit of space.
Mhm.
It's not an enormous building. Like, we'll have like a balcony spanning across like the wings, I guess,
Okay.
so that we can get some elevated seats, maybe.
Yeah.
But my question was, since we're doing this together,
Mhm.
I'll let you do the benches and stuff. But I want to ask, do you want to make like an automated system of like, I don't know, you press a button for guilty or not?
Okay, funny. It just had a funny thought, right? Like, so I'm guessing Judge stand over here, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Right. So like raised up, looking down on everybody. Yep.
And
As
then
they
we'll
do.
have like I'd say, let me get this is the only blocks I have in my inventory, but I would say like a little fenced off area.
Mhm.
You know how in you've got like fenced off, so you have like the benches over here.
Yeah.
This is my idea. Feel free to do anything else.
No, it's exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
And then you could do like spectator benches, like
jeez.
so.
And it's raining. Hang on, let me take a nap.
Yeah, we don't have a roof yet. We're not. We haven't got county subsidiaries
Yeah,
yet.
right.
So.
Oh, jeez. And then
So I would say benches like that, and
Uh-huh.
then what I was thinking with like the colonnades is like having busts behind here.
Ooh, okay.
Now that we have the armor stand mods,
Yeah.
we can do a bust here or something like that, or like paintings.
I love that. Yeah, that's a genius idea. For
Uh,
the balconies, are we thinking like?
You want me to mock it up real quick? From here, from this pillar,
Mhm.
2 blocks inwards, I think it's on this level, right there.
Yeah.
Right? If you span in 2 blocks, and then same on the other side, but that's gonna be like the limit of the balcony.
Okay.
So, pull this straight back, and then same over here, come 2 blocks in, like right there.
Mhm.
I'll get the balcony in like a minute, so you'll have a finished balcony.
Okay, cool. No, this is perfect. This gets the creative juices flowing for sure. Absolutely. I love the idea of the busts back there. That's a friggin' genius idea.
You could also, since you'll have some space up here, because this is all going to be covered by balcony.
Mhm.
You could do some busts on the second floor as well.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. To answer your other question, automated
Mhm.
thing with a button or whatever, I had a stupid idea where,
Yes.
these have seats, right? Actual seats.
Yeah.
And the seats are
Yeah,
on
yeah,
mechanical pistons. And if you're guilty, you
Yes.
just drop,
That'd be funny
right?
for sure.
Or you make people stand at a certain location and the floor just drops out from below you. Like, you're
Yeah,
guilty, cool.
that's what I was gonna do. You could do like, instead of having the judge be centered, you could have the judge off center,
Mhm.
and then like have. Come on, what is going on? My mouse is.
Oh, do you have the random shuffle thing on?
I think I think that might be it. But I was gonna do like have a platform here for the judge, and then like have a semi-platform here
Mhm.
for people who get interrogated, but
Oh,
also
sure.
for, I don't know, we could have a pitfall in here. I don't
Gotcha.
want to kill people though.
Yeah, I mean, you could drop them into like chocolate or something silly, right?
True, or in honey.
Honey,
You
I was
get
just gonna
sticky.
say you have a limestone farm. We could get some honey. Yeah, just let me know when you're all set with the inside, and I'll throw some stuff together. Probably like ground
Honestly,
seeds.
the only thing I really have to do is the roof, and then the balcony I'll get in for you as well.
Cool.
But yeah, no, this is the plan. The plan is simple.
Dude, I work very well with simple.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man.
But yeah, no. Oh, I'll look forward to it.
All right, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for bringing me over here. I have a bunch of creative juices flowing already. We'll figure it out.
Yay!
Cool,
I
man.
don't have to do interiors.
Yay!
Woo!
I got you. See you, bud.
Bye.
Well, that's going to be super fun. Eggs is such a good egg. I love that guy so much. And he's a fantastic builder, and I absolutely adore doing interiors for sure. And a lot of you might be like, hey, Throw, what are you doing right now? Well, there's a lot going on, okay? There's a lot going on right now. This used to be Foxy's stuff, and now it's up there. You can't see it. Now it's up there, and oh my gosh, it's just insane the amount of things that are happening. And Foxy asked me to drain the lake. I know Foxy also said, like, hey, I got it squared away, don't worry about it. But I'm a good Throwlash, and I do what I'm told. And Foxy said drain the lake, and he never said don't drain the lake. So I'm gonna drain the lake, and we'll figure that out when I'm sure it'll be fine. And here's what we're working with now that we've got all the oak in, and it is dark, it is dreary, and it looks absolutely terrible right now, but don't worry, it's going to look so much better very soon. But before it looks better, I need to go craft something, and I need to steal someone's mechanical crafters. Because I think life's going to be a lot easier if we make ourselves an extendo grip, and essentially what it does is increases the reach distance of the wielder, can be powered with air pressure from back tank, yada yada yada. So it increases the reach distance of items in your main hand, and if you're wearing a back tank, it won't use any durability. And that sounds absolutely fantastic to me. Now, there are a couple things that I need first. For starters, I didn't think so. We don't have any precision mechanisms, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna need a thing of gold. We need ourselves a brass hand. We need those sticks there. We need ourselves 5 small and 5 big cogwheels, as well as 5 iron nuggets. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dump things that we don't need right now in our pockets. Smashing ourselves a gold ingot, and let's go pay Mr. Beardstone a visit. Because Beardy has this absolutely fantastic machine that we can go ahead and make ourselves some precision mechanisms with. Go ahead and put our gold sheet in there. It's going to roll across. And that should hopefully get us... Oh, man. Well, back to the lab again. And I'm just going to put a stack of each into this because I use this a lot. And I want to go ahead and make a ton of these here. We'll try and get 5 going, and we'll see what happens. And how many did we get? We got 2. We got 2? That's it? Wow, that was horrendously unlucky. Oh my gosh. Well, no matter. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. There we go. Jeepers. Oh, I need a brass ingot. No. And extendo grip. Awesome stuff. And I ran 5 more through. We got 4 that time. Oh my gosh, my luck has just been awful. But now we've got boing, and essentially, wow, look at the reach on that. Goodness gracious. It extends it by maybe like 2 blocks? Oh, maybe it's about 3. Anyways, essentially what I'm going to use this for is I want to take these azalea leaves and I want to just place them all over here. And I can. Ah, yes. Yes. Here was my hope, was that I can go ahead and just face up with this extendo grip and place blocks, and I certainly can. This is absolutely fantastic. So I'm just gonna dot these randomly kind of all over the place, and yeah, we'll go from here. And I have a couple other things that I want to put up on the ceiling. But I want a lot of greenery up here, as well as a couple other things like glowberries. I would love some glowberries up there, give us a little bit of light. And I don't have too many of these, so I have to be kind of sparing. And it's unfortunate, Foxy pointed out in his last video, you can't place glowberries on leaf blocks, which is kind of a pain, but that's okay. Extendo grips are probably the greatest thing in the Create mod ever. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my gosh. This turned out way better than I thought it was going to. I am absolutely in love with this. I want to put a couple of campfires around up where there are some leaves and some open areas like this. Let me just go grab some and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, you know what? I might not be able to do that just because I can't shut them off or turn them off from underneath by the looks of it. And I can't do it from the side. I can do it from the side. Okay, great. Yeah, so something like this where it just looks like a little... I don't know, a little piece of almost like terrace work, I guess just another little texture that I can throw in every now and then. It's going to be kind of a pain getting them where I want them. Wish I knew that I could only extinguish them from the side before I put the leaves up, but that's okay. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice subtle little difference when you're looking up there. It's just not as flat, right? Just adds a little bit extra texture in here. And there's a couple places that I would love to be able to get, and I just can't without having to destroy a whole bunch of other stuff. So this is going to have to do us for now. And honestly, I think it looks fantastic. And as these vines grow in, like these guys here, we can obviously clip them with our trusty shears and just make sure they don't go a little too crazy. But man, I am just so happy with how this turned out. I think I'm just going to leave them as is and just let them grow, and we'll trim them as needed. But boy, oh boy, am I happy with this. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the fruits of our labor. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely breathtaking. I am so happy that I took the time to texture this ceiling this way. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Now, we will have to set up all of this stuff in the next episode because this episode is way longer than it usually is. I want to thank every single one of you so much for watching this long, and make sure you stick around for the bloopers and behind the scenes. But before we get there, a huge shout out to my patrons and YouTube members who support me over at patreon.com/throwlash and right here on YouTube right underneath this video. Now, for our patrons, we have Adam, Miss Melky, Jeff, Yo Your Mom, Games, Interpret, Dust Doodles, and Wraith. And over on YouTube, we have Steiny, Nyx, Moon Goddess Lolo, Deosil, and Love for Sunflowers. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. Hey, I love all of you so much. Enjoy those bloopers and behind the scenes, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!
Boats work on land, I think.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
I think I've seen that in a movie sometime, that boats on land.
Yeah, land boats are definitely a thing.
Or it was in the air. One of the two.
Air is just land that's not solid, though, you know?
Fair.
Oh, cool. Very nice. I've never done a trial chamber, so I'll have to give it a shot.
I've got the easiest way to do it. I can show you if you want. If you want to see.
Like, is it bread? Because that sounds awesome.